I love baseball cards. Got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, need 'em, need 'em, got 'em, got 'em, need 'em.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Flea Market Antique Mall Pickups videos. I am so happy to be sharing this with you, and I don't know how else I can put this. This is one of the most exciting things that I found in a long time. Now, I realize that in the condition that these bats I found, they're not in the best of shape. But how often can you say that you went to a swap meet or flea market and you found a Babe Ruth bat? Yes, I said that right. A Babe Ruth model bat. Now again, these aren't actually game used bats. These aren't, even probably store model bats. I don't even know what these are, to be honest with you. Maybe this is something that was a giveaway a long time ago. Maybe this was something that they sold at Cooperstown in the gift shop. I don't know. But the condition they're in, what I paid for them, is a jaw-dropping thing. Okay? I could not believe what this seller wanted for these. So, I'm just going to tease you a little bit, and I'm going to zoom out here and show you the Babe Ruth bats. Now, stay tuned, or you can jump ahead in the quick jumps below, I guess. But I'm going to talk about the other items that I got from this seller as well. I bought all these items kind of in a package deal, and actually there were two different deals. With the bats, I was like, oh, I'll think about it. So then I came back and I made a second purchase. So let's jump right into the first purchase. Okay, let me zoom in here a little bit. So, okay, the first item that he said that I came across was these Mark McGwire envelopes. And he had all of them laying out. This guy's booth was kind of completely a mess. Cards everywhere. And he just wasn't selling sports stuff. He was selling a lot of stuff. I mean, there were toys, there were, whatever. But his cards didn't really appeal to me. There was a lot of stuff that I already had. So I saw these laying on the table, and I said, well, what do you want for these? He said, $1 a piece. I said, sold. So I grabbed a number 70 envelope, times 3, commemorating him hitting the 70th home run on September 27th, 1998. And I have the August 5th, 1999 ones from the next year where he marked 500 home runs. And normally I don't buy stuff like this, but at $1 a piece, in addition they are in these nice holders as well. I thought, for $1 a piece, how can you go wrong? So at first I was going to be like, hey, I'm going to put these in my dollar video the next time I did it. Then I bought the Babe Ruth bats. And I thought, well, I got to put Ruth and McGwire in the same video. So, also sitting on the table, I find this. Another Cardinal great, Johnny Mize, Hall of Fame autographed plaque. I'm like, well, what do you want for the autograph? $5. $5? I paid only $5 for a deceased Cardinal Hall of Famer and Baseball Hall of Famer, Johnny Mize's autograph. Now you might be like, man, that's awesome. You got a Johnny Mize autograph for $5? Well, get this. I turn it over. It's signed on the reverse side as well. It's personalized to David Cohen, whoever he is. Best wishes, Johnny Mize. So, not that I like cutting things in half, but you technically could take the signature off of this one postcard and frame it or whatever and make it a real nice piece times 2. So that was only $5. So now we're only up to $10, right? So $10 for the McGwire and the Mize. So, in addition to that, he had some yearbooks laying around. And here's a 1988 Cardinals. Very nice condition. It's got the team photo enveloping the front and back, which I thought was neat. And if you open it up, it has, nice color pages of the players. And I thought, that might be a good thing to get, just in case I see one of these guys, I might get it autographed. So I grabbed that and I said, well, what do you want for that? He's like, a couple bucks. So I said, hey, fair enough. So for $2, I picked up this almost immaculate yearbook from the 1988 Cardinals. So I walked away with $12 worth of stuff right here. That's it. So while I'm digging through his stuff, he's sitting there kind of gripping baseball bats. And I said, oh, I collect bats a little bit. So let me zoom out and tell the bat story now. And we'll try to get these in the best light that I can. So I don't know how well this is going to show up on video. So I took some still images of these bats, so I will post them, and I might, place them while I'm talking over the front here so you can see them a little bit better. But as I'm going through his stuff, he's sitting there, gripping a baseball bat, like a hitter does. And I said, oh, well, whose bat you got there? Oh, well, this is a Ruth. I'm like, what? Yeah, this is a Babe Ruth. Well, you have a Babe Ruth bat in your hand? Yeah, I got two of them actually. Like, you have two Babe Ruth bats? Yeah, if you look on there, you can take it out in the light, and he hands me the bat. He's like, go take it out in the sun, because it was a nice sunny afternoon, high noon type of thing. And again, I apologize if you can't see it, but if you look right there in the blurry camera, you can actually read the stamping that says Ruth Model. This one also beat the crap, also says Ruth Model. You can see it very faintly right there. So I said, wow, I definitely see that. I said, what do you want for something like that? $10. I'm like, what? Yeah, $10. I said, each? He's like, yeah, $10 each. Well, I hemmed and hawed, and I said, you know what? I just got here. I only have so much money in my budget for today. My wife's waiting in the car for me. She's waiting for me, and I got to kind of get the legs moving here to get away from your booth and see what else I can find. I said, I'll think about it. So I start walking around. I left his sale, area. And I started walking around, and I found some video games and some other dollar sets and stuff, and all I could think of were these two bats. So I called my father up and I said, Dad, you're never going to believe what I found. He's like, what's that? I said, I think I have some Babe Ruth model bats. My dad's like, what? I'm like, yeah, exactly. He's like, well, what's the guy want for them? I said, $10 each. He's like, well, for $10, you might as well just buy them. I said, you could use them for kindling wood for $10. I said, that's a good point. So I hung up the phone with my dad. I went back to the seller and I said, hey, I'm going to take those, I think. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, tell you what, give me $15 for the pair. Excuse me? I was like, really? I tried to hold my emotions back. I'm like, $15 for the pair? He's like, yeah. So you heard me right, guys and gals. I paid $7.50 per bat for these Babe Ruth model bats. Now again, I know these aren't game used. I know they're not even store model. I have no idea what the origin of these are. I know they're beat to hell. $7.50 each for Babe Ruth. That's all I have to say. I'm pretty sure that anyone else in my situation had a Babe Ruth model bat in their hand would buy it for $7.50. So I am so happy to be a proud owner of Babe Ruth's store model bat or model bat. I have a Jackie Robinson in my collection. I have a Ted Williams in my collection. I have a Pete Rose in my collection. And now I have a Babe Ruth. I found it more than fitting that I stand here today and shoot this video of me talking about Babe Ruth, one of the greatest players ever to play baseball, when I also talk about this guy, Big Mac, Mark McGwire. I know people, especially, in baseball, are a little sour towards Mark. But I can tell you, as a person that grew up in the St. Louis area, I had the unique opportunity to go to one game. And I saw Mark crush one that year in 1998. I'm pretty sure it was the home run chase year. You know what? Doesn't matter. I know I went to a game when I saw Big Mac go yard. And I can tell you that was one of the most exciting things to ever see. And unless you lived it and you saw it, it was an awesome thing to watch and to chase. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you like this one. This is why I do these videos, to bring you the obscure. No offense to some of my other viewers that, go around and try to find cards at, Walmart or Barnes & Noble or whatever, but I would much rather spend my time digging through the treasures of the flea markets, finding stuff like this for a couple bucks, finding a Hall of Famer's autograph, and finding 2 Babe Ruth store model bats. So, I'm glad you joined me for another episode. I really look forward to your comments again on this episode. This is super exciting for me to get these. I look forward to your comments, and as always, happy collecting.